What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I know we came on a day that is not Hum Day, but even though it's not Hum Day, it's still the Sports Lounge Media. I'm super excited because we have some guests on today. We got the crew here, and I'm excited to collab with them on this Tuesday. We'll call it what is this? Christmas Eve, I guess you would call it. And so I'm excited to get with you guys. If you guys are tuning in, don't forget to visit us at www.sportsloungemedia.com. Also, subscribe to everyone's channel. I'm excited for today. As you can see, it's ugly sweater time, and you're gonna get to see all of us in our sweaters. And you guys in the chat, who has the ugliest sweater and who has the best sweater in the chat. But before we get started on that, I'd like to read a story on behalf of the Sports Lounge Media that I designed strictly for today. So let me start. This is "Tis the Night Before Kickoff" by Mike Porche. "Tis the night before kickoff, and all through the house, Sports Lounge Media streams are live, and no one is at drowse. Every jersey is ready, each screen is set to browse, and pods dropping hot takes from the Sports Lounge. Down South Philly show joins the mic with some grit, Philly flair, and bold calls they're tuned in to hit. Ken's Pat Talk chimes in with that New England bite, Patriots breakdown sharp through the Christmas night. SLM Bets locks in the picks with precision so fine, parlays and props for the win for every line. Tea with Sarai spills the tea with insight so sweet, game day vibes and hot goss can't be beat. Primetime sports lights up the night with star power so bright, primetime breakdowns keep fans up all night. The Marshall Experience fantasy football draft is elite. Lineups are magic and waivers that can't be beat. In the paint, hoop talks, slamming boards with the best. Basketball breakdowns putting fandom to the test. Grand Slam Lounge swings in with pitches ace fire, stealing bases, battles, and home runs that take us higher. The playbooks are stacked, the helmets are fit tight. Fans dream of the touchdown, cold to this Christmas night. Stockings hum proudly in team colors and rows, while kids whisper stat lines over times and woes. Mama's in her hoodies, daddy's repping his jersey, tuning into Sports Lounge for the ultimate scheme. Then out from the TV, there's a burst of a wild roar. A Hail Mary is launched with no time on the scoreboard. The crowd holds its breath as it spirals and takes flight. Sports Lounge crew, all pods, calling it right. The receivers break down free, toes dragging in the bounds, with the stadium shakes with thunder of all the sounds. The lights glow like halos on fresh fallen snow as confetti swirls down on the heroes below. And as fans rise their glasses to toast to the great fight, Merry Christmas to football, SLM broadcast, and good night. That is a tis the season to the kickoff and the night before kickoff. This is Mike Porche. Let's get this show going. What are we doing? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that with some hot cocoa, maybe some candy canes or whatever you got up over there, some gingerbread man. I don't know, but I'm super excited to get each and every one of you guys up in here. Thank you so much. We got some comments on fire already, and I'm excited for today's show. But welcome the crew in. So let me just say this is Ken Pass Talk Below. He goes on. What days do you go on, Ken?
It'll be Mondays and Thursday nights at 7 Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome, awesome. So you can catch him with everything that has to do with Patriots. Also, he talks off football as well. And then we got DP in the house. You guys remember that face? Let them know when you go on. I know you go on for all prime time, but when did you go on with the Philly, the Down South Philly show?
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, but you'll see me just about every day on the network.
Nice. And that's we got a special guest. Put your hands together, everybody. Sam Cassell. What's going on, Sam?
Everything's good, man. We're in the off season.
You guys are blessed today because we got two active stars. We got Kevin Durant down there at the left. So, we're gonna have a great show today, though. We're gonna be talking about football, and of course, you know who's in the house. We got Mr. Mark Crandall and Sarai. What's going on?
What up? What up?
Hey y'all.
Hey, y'all. All right, let's get going. All right, so let's get to the chat real quick. We got. I don't know if I have the ears. Fire. We got a Merry Christmas to you all. Go Birds! We also have, are you ready? Yes, sir, we are all ready. Full lineup today, bro. Yes, sir. Everybody's here. We're missing two guys. Catch them also. We got Mark who does our fantasy crew goes on Tuesdays and Saturdays. We also got SLM Bets and Faithful Fridays, Mr. John Hamilton, who also goes on Mondays and Fridays. So you can also catch their show. But guys, season's almost over, man. Can we take a deep breath and like, whew, it went by so quick, right?
Go.
Or am I tripping?
Oh, no, you.
You gotta be this man.
Can you guys
Your
hear
mic's
me?
going in and out.
Your mic's going in and out bad.
It's going in and out bad. How about now?
There you're good.
All right, sorry. Yeah, this. Let's take a deep breath real quick. This season's been going by quick, right? Like, man, what are we gonna do without football, man? Oh yeah, tune into the In the Paint.
Baseball. Baseball's almost here. Baseball.
You can see me on Saturdays at 5 p.m.
Playoffs.
I had to throw that in there.
Playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of what's really exciting about this time of the season is I think this year was, I don't know, you guys could tune in with this, but this year was kind of weird. I don't know why, but it was kind of weird. Like, you think these teams were locking up divisions, you think that teams are gonna win divisions, and for some reason the only team, well, outside of, I don't think there's, at top of my head I can't think, but I think the Eagles is the only division winner from last year. I think we got all new division winners potentially this season. Am I wrong? Or
Well, we're the only ones that made it official.
okay, well, right now as it sits, it would be all new, right? Outside of from
Everybody that's new is clinched playoff wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ken, you got what? You got the Patriots.
Well, maybe the NFC South, Tampa might still win that division.
That's
but
true.
Other than that, that's about it. Bills are probably going to lose the AFC East, and then you got, I think just Tampa and Philly right now. But yeah, Bills are going to lose the East and Philly.
I'm impressed. KD is sitting there calling the Bills to lose the East.
Oh, you Josh ain't gonna get it.
So a year ago, guys, if you guys would have told me that this is how the season would have shook out this season, I would have been like, y'all lying, right? Like I'll be like, there's some teams that could jump into the playoffs, so we can see. Obviously, we seen the drop off with the Chiefs, anyways. I seen the drop off from last year. I know DP was like, until they done, they done. I don't want to hear it until they done. For some reason, they
Yeah,
just
I
they
think
need.
done.
Marshall called it.
Yeah, and
They
so
done now.
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning of the season,
Because the knee.
I said Denver.
Ah,
In the beginning of the season,
ah.
I said Denver, Chargers, and Chiefs, and then Raiders, and then Mark said the Raiders are going to win division. Um, the only thing
That
They're winning the #1 pick. All right,
I
they're gonna
was
win something.
that
yeah,
Yeah.
that might be pick of the year right there.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that might be, that might be.
They need to
Uh,
get something going.
Yeah, what is it? What is your guys' thoughts throughout this whole entire season? Like, it's just been weird, right? Like, it's been a weird season, but I mean, I know Ken, you super happy about how your team has been playing. You didn't expect them to play the way that they've been playing.
I think parity, man, just parity. Like a lot of these teams, like just come out of nowhere. Like we seen last year, like in y'all division, the Commanders went all the way to the MC East championship. I think they competed in that game for the most part, and then they kind of turned back into the Commanders. And then this year, the injuries. A lot of people had a lot of expectations for the Commanders this year, but the injuries beat them. You see the Panthers; they've been up and down. They got swept by the Saints, and then they beat the Rams and the Packers or whatnot. Like Patriots, I didn't have us winning 12 games. Right. Like I said, anything we do from right here is I don't care. We can lose out. I wouldn't care. I mean, they've exceeded my expectations. But I like a lot of these like the Chiefs. Good example. I mean, they up and down. I didn't have Seattle being the #1 seed. I thought they'd be good, but not like I didn't have them this good. The Broncos, I didn't think Denver would be this good. So I think it's just the parity in the league. Jacksonville, like a lot of people sleeping on the Jaguars. I didn't have them doing this in the first year with Liam Cohen, the new head coach. So I just think it's the pair. I like it though. You don't. I think the NFL is wide open. It's not. It's no longer just the Chiefs and the Eagles or the Lions. It's just like it's a lot of teams that can win it. So I like it. Especially the AFC is wide open. Especially the AFC.
The Saints want to let you know, hey, all the way from Vancouver, want to say Merry Christmas to you, and let's go Saints. Hey, we're curious. The Saints, we want to know how because obviously we don't have a lot of Saints fans that comes on here. What is your thoughts on how the Saints played this year? Curious. Just put it in the comments. We would like to see how your little insight, being a Saints fan.
I can say
go
Shug is
ahead.
growing on me. Tyler
Yeah.
Shug is growing on me. I had zero expectations for him coming into this season. And just through watching him play, let's say the past 4 games, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sold. I think he might be exactly what they need him to be. He's got, a few weapons, but he's made things happen with, very few weapons. He's got a chance to be the guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
My
I,
thing
I
with the Saints is I think they're gonna be in a tough spot because you're not gonna be bad enough to have no one over our pick, but then you're winning games. You might be picking. What if Saints picking it right now? They're still top 10, I think, right?
oh, for sure they're top 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably,
but so
yeah.
like coming, you probably didn't have your long term answer on the fit on the team, but now you win these meaningless games or whatnot. Because I think early they had like the #1 pick. Like I feel like about probably a month ago they was in parity they was in competition to get #1 pick. Now they're probably picking 7, 8, something like that. So who knows? But the Saints, that's a weird team right there, especially that whole division weird to me.
Yeah, I was gonna state that's probably the most inconsistent like
Yeah.
like you really don't know how they're gonna show up or who they're gonna show up against. Especially Tampa, right? They start getting their counter pieces back. They start getting Bucky Irving back. They get Mike Evans back. Obviously Baker's been dealing with a little bit, but they got him back. They in full strength now, and you expect them to start playing like you have seen Tampa play, and they just haven't. They've missed the mark, right? And then the other thing is that one of the things that I had pointed out last year when we had these deep conversations is that the NFC North, right? How everything has been shaking up and how Ben Johnson, how he came into play with that NFC North. But one of the things I want to point out is, are we really sold at this point on the Lions? Because if you remember when Dan Campbell first came into the scene, right? They got better the first year. I believe they made the NFC Championship. Then they made the divisional round. Following year, they got the first seed, 15-2. Then they lost in the first round their first round exits. And then now this year they don't even probably. I mean, they're at 16%, I think, 9% to make playoffs. I mean, they digressed every single year. What do we make out of this high-powered, what we thought was a high-powered offense, great defense, now digressing? I mean, is this a coaching problem, or what do we think that it is?
Well, the Lions, right? I mean, they lost their OC, they lost their DC. Aaron Glenn went to the Jets. Ben Johnson went to the Bears, and they lost some players. Or what? They've had some injuries too. The offensive line kind of took a step back this year. Laporta, he's been out for the past month. He's out for the year. So I think it's the loss. I still think the Lions are a good team, but I just think that loss is give them another year that they can get back into it. Then their division got better. Bears got better. Green Bay, they're not going nowhere. And I mean, the Vikings, I had a high expectation for the Vikings. They kind of messed it up a little bit, but I think the losses, the personnel losses and the coaches like this, it kind of set Detroit back this year.
Injuries. And Junkie says it. He goes, a ton of injuries this year. And that goes across the board. Junkie's also said anyone could win this year. So, I mean, I'm right there with you with the regime change, both at OC and DC.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big factor. We know that all you Eagles fans have said the same thing because you guys keep dealing with, coordinator changes, and it's like got to learn a new system. The problem is we keep on trying to learn new systems instead of just bringing in another coordinator that can use the same system that's been successful. And I know DP, you were wearing a Eagles ugly Christmas sweater, being an Eagles fan, and you stated before the show started, this is representing for the offense side of the ball when it comes to Philadelphia. I mean, so I'm right there with you guys. When you're losing your coordinators, it is a big factor. Also, the injuries have played big key part. We talk about Ben Johnson going into Chicago. Okay, is Ben Johnson a good coach? Yes, he is. But we've seen, everyone keeps trying. We see it across all social medias. Caleb Williams. But we're seeing the kickers and the defense the same. No, hold on. The same exact way that Philadelphia has been winning games this year. It's been the special teams and it has been the defense that has stepped up drastically. And so when you look at statistically, it once again has been the kickers and the defense, and that's actually going across quite a few games. Across the entire league. The offensive side of the ball has not been the same. Defense across the league has stepped up drastically, and we're not seeing as many points scored on the boards. You look at a lot of the Cowboys wins. Brandon Aubrey has saved them how many games this year? So that's what the thing is everyone wants to give praise to the head coaches and the quarterbacks. No, let's take into recognition actually the people that are winning you the games. It has been done a lot. We've also seen kickers have cost games. So you can't just automatically toss in the band, on the board. Oh yeah, it's the quarterback. It's Caleb Williams. It's Jalen Hurts. It's Jared Goff. No, it's at the end of the day, we've got a 53-man roster. But when you look at it in the NFL, the defense is what has been the biggest change that I've seen across the board in the entire league.
Yeah, and in I guess in our defense, right, the Eagle Nation fandom, I think we played well offensively the last couple of weeks when it comes to unpredictability, being able to see what Tank can really do north and south, the ability. I mean, I know that we're having problems with Jake Elliott once again, but outside of that, I think that using the RPO motion, those type of things, we are and even look at Saquon Barkley. As bad as you may see that the season has gone, and how you would think that ineffective Saquon has been, he still got 1,000 yards this year, and we in week 16 going into 17. So as bad as they may look offensively, I'm still um, I'm still, I guess, optimistic on how this can all turn out, especially if we get the 2 seed. We get the 2 seed, it could go through us in the link. But moving on, let's move on to the AFC West, guys. That's been a battle, right? We just seen the 49ers win last night against the Colts, 44-year-old grandpa Philip Rivers, and
Old man River.
old man River. So I mean, even though you could start seeing it on his face, you start seeing it towards the end of the game. He just like was running out of gas, and his arm was. I mean, they look like a team that was gonna make playoffs number one. Colts were, and behind Jonathan Taylor, they had somebody under with him, and seeing that offense roll. Then you bring in a guy, and unfortunately, they're going to miss playoffs this year. But with the AFC West, it's like you got the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers right now, right? All battling potentially for the 1 seed, but they all clinched a spot. Now that's gonna segue us into Week 16 on Thursday Night Football. It was a 37-38 win with the Seahawks over the Rams. What was your guys' thought processes seeing that 2-point conversion, right? Seeing that one that probably was very, very pivotal in that game. For some reason, let me set the context. For some reason, Sam Darnold plays like Sam Darnold in big games, and he has played that way against the Rams twice, right? 4 interceptions in the first game, and they lost by the leg of Myers, right? This second game, he ended up, damn near, I think Stafford was perfect. If I'm not, he was 29 for 49, 457 yards, damn near 500 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Sam Darnold, on the other hand, was 22 for 34, 270, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's not forget the fumble. They had 3 turnovers in that game, and they ended up winning by 1 point. What does that say about the Rams, and what is that saying about the Seattle Seahawks defense? Anybody could jump in. Sarai, maybe Deep. We haven't heard from Sarai or Dupree yet. You guys want to jump in and then let the big dogs come in a little bit?
I think the Thursday game was such a nail biter game. It was a very impactful game. I think the biggest thing for the Rams to watch out for is Puka Nacua for sure. He had like 200 plus yards. So I think that was huge for that game specifically. But it was like you were saying, it came down to like the major plays that were basically impacting the end of the game. But yeah, that's kind of my input on that specifically for the Rams.
All that we know is the
they need
Rams
to do
lost.
more out there on defense because you can't let them score that many points and come back and get back by 1 point. Have Cooper Kupp, your former receiver, actually get some things going.
And they forced a lot of turnovers as well. Like I think that's also something that was really big in that game specifically was all the turnovers on downs that they were needing. And I think that's what kind of sustained the momentum when it came to the Seahawks for sure.
I think it says a lot about the Seahawks. I think if Sam Darnold doesn't turn the ball over, and they probably had the 1 seed in the NFC, I think they can go all the way if he doesn't turn the ball over. They got a deep team. They're fast on defense. They can get after the quarterback. Got a run game in Walker and Charbonnet. I love the wide receivers. Offensive line, it's all about the quarter. It's all about Darnold. If he doesn't turn the ball over, they can go all the way because it's tough. It's tough to win in Seattle anyway. So you only got to win 2 games to get to Super Bowl. I think Seattle's in a good. They have a good opportunity to get there. They got they're deep in the air. They're good in the areas you have to be in to win in the playoffs. So I think Seattle. It's all about Sam. He'll turn the ball over. They can go all the way.
I think the other part of the Rams losing is they controlled most of the game too. So they had like the most yardage, time of possession and things like that. So that to me, like I think that's why I haven't been sold yet on the Rams, because I think for you to still have that loss, but you controlled most of the game, for it to end like that was a little different.
Well,
Yeah.
I think with the Rams, they've kind of been the quote unquote dominant team pretty much the whole year. But when we think about their Achilles heel, what has it been? Special teams. So when you
They
think
just
about
fired their
where
special teams coach.
they just fired their special teams coach. They've lost maybe 2 or 3 games solely off of special teams alone. When we talk about this game, when did it change? When should he return that punt return for a touchdown? That got him back in the game. That got old Big Mo back on the phone, and they were able to close the deal in overtime. So I think whenever you have to change coaches in the year, that's never really a good sign for that unit. They don't necessarily ever get better when you change coaches in the year like that. But I think that's more of the story of this game is special teams yet again costing the Rams a game, and it could have cost them the 1 seed. Honestly,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then before we jump into these next games, if unless Mark wants to give a comment, since we got our boy on the show, Sam Cassell, a quick shout out. I mean, WWE was in high fashion, and John Cena retired, guys. John Cena retired. You want to talk a little bit about that, Dupree, before we move on?
If you guys want to talk about it, number 13, I believe, was his last match. And even though he lost, it was
Okay,
more
stop.
just for the fact that it was the last match to see ever for
Okay.
him to fight. He may
Okay,
appear again here and there, but that's it. Like even though we don't watch it now. That was part of y'all's childhood. Don't act like it wasn't.
No,
Don't
you
act
watched
like you didn't play
No, you
SmackDown. Don't act you didn't play play the games and everything else.
the
It
problem.
was part of our childhood. So see one of the last people to go from that era, it's exciting to see.
Listen, it wasn't the problem that we watched it as a child. It's the problem is that you watching it as an adult.
There were still adults watching it beforehand. We were kids and adults are watching. They're at the state. They're at the places.
But anyway, let's carry on with
He's watching it for the ladies. He's watching it for the ladies.
Oh, shout out to Lola Vice. Shout out to
Shout
Lola
out to
Vice.
Shawn Michaels for picking all these ladies.
That too. Moving on though. Let's go ahead and knock out the rest of the week. We have the Eagles over the Commanders 29-18. We have the Bears pulling up a good one in overtime 22-16. Now Jordan Love was out of that game, but I was impressed with Willis. Malik did play a good game still, even though that Jordan wasn't in that game. I was a little disappointed in Josh Jacobs, but outside of that, and Christian Watson, but outside of that, Malik played his tail off, man. But they still lost 16-22. That's again, that division is up for grabs still in 2 weeks, which is weird. Usually things are sold up. That's what I'm talking about here. But we have the Saints winning again, like Ken was talking about. The more that they win, the lower the ladder they go for a number 1 pick. So
And their pick is actually number 8.
And they're
right now.
And they're number 8. Still top 10, number 8. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Maybe they can lose out, but it might have been a thing where it was trying to save, Kellen Moore's job too at the same time. They didn't want him to be one and done. But 29-6 over the Jets. Really not impressing game, but 29-6. Then we go with the Bills and the Browns. I believe, Ken, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh Allen got hurt in that, an ankle injury or an injury in that game in the third quarter.
Yeah, he didn't practice today either. They said I think Coach McDermott said that we're going to see about this. I think they played the Eagles Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday at 1.
Yeah, so he didn't practice today. He said his foot is sore, so they're going to monitor it all week. I think I saw that. I hope y'all win that game too, but that's a kind of.
He said in the press conference he will be there.
Oh, okay.
To play.
They ended up still putting it off 23-20 against the Browns. Thoughts on Shador? Anybody? Shador went out. He got injured, so now Dylan was in. But no, okay, let's carry on. Chiefs lose that game to the Tennessee Titans 26-9. And Minshew got hurt. We're talking about all these injuries, man. So we got third string quarterback coming in for the Chiefs. They probably gonna lose out the rest of the year. But it's looking like, I mean, they lost to one of the worst teams in the league, 26-9.
Real quick, if the Chiefs lose out, they more than likely will end up with a top 10 pick for the first time in how many years? Since Patty Mahomes was taken.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they are probably going to need a tight end because I don't think he plays. I don't think they play him next year. It's about a 12.
Real quick, I want to ask something.
Yeah, because they're at number 12 right now for draft picks.
Real quick,
So
I want to ask something. I know a lot of people harped on Belichick when he left when Brady left the Patriots, and he didn't perform good without Brady as a coach. When do we start talking about Andy Reid? Now, I know Andy Reid was good with the Eagles. He got to the Super Bowl, and he was with McNabb, and he was good with Alex Smith. But do we have that same conversation for Andy Reid without Mahomes? He's been struggling the last couple of weeks. So is the sample size too small, or because we know what he did with McNabb and Alex Smith, or is it too soon probably to say that?
Too soon.
I think it's way
That
too
feels
soon.
way too soon too. He's gone to multiple Super Bowls, then he's won 4 already out of the 6 or 5 they went to.
You got to look at it this way, Ken. It's kind of like what the Patriots did by giving grace to Belly, and not having Brady there. And how many years did they have a losing season? When you won when you win so much, you're kind of like you're given substantially a large amount of grace because what you've brought to the franchise. So realistically, we know Mahomes, he already had the surgery. I do find it hilarious that he said, FKC, I'm going and fly out to Dallas to get it done by the Dallas Cowboys team doctor. I find that, hilarious. It's like, man, that's how bad your medical staff is. You got to fly to the Cowboys, But I realistically, I can see he'll probably be out. He might be back by, honestly, probably by like week 4. I think he's going to start the season on the PUP. But I think you're going to see Mahomes back by week 4 because he had the surgery right away. He didn't try to prolong it.
They're saying he'll be back for week 1, but they always say that.
Yeah, no, that's delusional.
Yeah, get your hopes up.
This is a thing though. Like I don't understand rushing players back. Like we've seen what happened to Jaden Daniels. Multiple players where you just rush them back. Like you're saying week 1, week 4. Like, man, let you heal up 100%. This kid could potentially, even though they don't make it next year, they can start building for the future, right? They can start building. You're gonna have Travis Kelce probably retire. Travis Kelce probably retire, right? You're gonna need a tight end. You're gonna have to reload potentially on that line. And left, I believe it's the left guard. Get some more solid receivers, better solid receivers, not just some go route receivers, but some strong bodies that can change the offensive scheme. But like, why rush them back so quick when you have this franchise quarterback that is potentially a legend, And I don't know. I'm not a fan of.
More importantly, even if they're gonna have some new weapons and like a new team basically next year. Mahomes, he's gonna be hurt. He's gonna have time to gel with these new pieces or whatnot. And you're not gonna be able to do that when you're missing training camp and things like that. So he's gonna get out to a slow start. So you make a good point there. I think we just have to see. They probably have a top 10 pick this year. So
yeah, and it's not even just his ACL; it was his LCL too. So that's a whole knee part.
Are there any running backs worth a top 12 pick coming out next year?
That'll be a Mark question.
You're a caller, guys.
Just running back
because that's what they need to do.
They need a running back 100%.
Pass rushing too, I think though.
I think that's the biggest thing. They need to sit there. You got to find a way. Like, what can I do? Because they do have so many holes they need to fill. Chandler Jones is finishing up the end of his career. You need to tie it in with Kelsey because more than likely he's going to be trying to have babies with T Swizzle. Um, Mahomes trying to come back from injury. I mean, you've got way too much. Realistically, too many needs plus the lack of wide receiver help. Um, I mean, it's you have to realistically. I see Kansas City, even if they top 12 pick, let's say because they're sitting at 12 right now, you're going to be looking at they're going to take what is best because they don't need just one thing. They need a spectrum of stuff, of players. So it's going to be what's best.
Take the season off.
Probably add a RB to that too of their listing of what they're needing.
Take the season off and rebuild, man, and then have the following season and come on fire. That's what I mean. That's what I would roll with. But
I'm like, he's paid, and Kansas City can sit there and take the insurance money being out for the season. To me, that's a smart thing. But the problem is, once he's medically cleared, they can no longer take the insurance route.
Yeah, and sometimes in these dynasty, it takes time. I mean, we took 10 years before we won another Super Bowl in New England, so we had like a 10-year gap. So it just sometimes you just got to be bad to be good again.
Yeah, 100%.
It's time to retool. It's time to retool for sure. Because I mean, I think they had gotten to the point where they were so reliant on Mahomes
That's stagnant.
they neglected a lot of things around him. And
Yeah.
this narrative that elite quarterbacks don't need much around them to succeed is false. We see it. We see it each and every week. Even when you think about the Josh Allens who go Superman in order for his team to win. Well, you can't go Superman for 17, 18 weeks in a row. You got to have a Cooks behind them to, alleviate some of that pressure, which Kansas City hasn't had a running game pretty much Mahomes' whole career. So this year he ran way too much, got hit way too much. So I suspect that they'll probably attack that in the offseason, try to bolster up those tackles again. I know they did try to do a little bit with the offensive line this past offseason. And ultimately they need, whether it's free agency, trade, draft, they need a running back. A true RB1.
I mean, they
And
could.
not to mention,
Go ahead,
I was
sorry.
going to say, not to mention that Rice is going to have to also pay some time too in this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, the number one running back coming out of college this year actually is Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I forgot about
They
him.
can get him at 12.
Well,
Will
to me,
it
I
be
think 12 is
smart,
too
though?
high.
Yeah.
My thing is this: that's too high of a pick for him. He's like a middle of the pack 15. I'd say 14 to 18 is where he should be at because of a lot of other players. And so if they're top 10, you got to look at your defense.
Maybe trade back or something.
Or you can trade back, add some extra picks because we already know the Jets are going to move up. That's going to be the big thing. Jets are moving up to take number one. That's what's going to happen. Because they need help drastically.
Mark loves them the wheels and deals and draft time, baby. I'll tell you what. And if you guys want to see that again, it's coming up real soon. But let's move on real quick. We got the Chargers blasting the Cowboys 34-17. Wasn't a surprise to me. But the Chargers been playing like a dark horse in the AFC as late, and we know Jim Harbaugh, he's a winner, so he gonna make sure that he puts his team in position to win. The funny part is that we got a one-handed quarterback over there in Justin Herbert, and we got two-handed Dak over here, and they're supposed to be explosive with Pickens and CD over there, and they get blasted 34-17. That was crazy, but he been doing it for the last couple of weeks with one hand, and he looks like he gonna keep rolling. But you got the Chargers. That's Sam Cassell down there. That's his team. So he excited about that.
Two-time
And then
playoff opportunity, baby. Two-time we had shown up to the play and made it. Just got to make it through the playoffs, though.
Yeah, what he said. All right, moving on. We got the Vikings beating the Giants. Do we need to spend any time on that? Probably not. 16-13. The shocker though. So we was talking about Tampa Bay, right? Losing, they getting swept, and then or Panthers getting swept by the Saints, and just a lot of stuff going on in the North. They do play each other again, though. They play each other in the last week of the season, so it might come down to that, or it may not. I don't know what's about to happen, but they lost. Panthers won that game 23-20. That's the one that hurt me, man. That hurt me in my parlay. That hurt me big time. I had them winning division as well. The Bucks. I did have the Panthers being better. Those who have watched the show have seen and me repeatedly saying that the Panthers will go 10-7. A lot of people call me crazy, but I just of what I've seen last year to this year made me speculate to think that they can actually make that happen. But yeah, but they win that game, Panthers. So that's going to be a game. That's going to be a two teams to look out for in the South to see who wins that. Bengals show up in a big way, 45-21 against the Dolphins. Jaguars, y'all. Can we spend some time on the Jags though? Can we put some respect on their name? They beat the Broncos by 2 scores, 34, right, 2 touchdowns, 34-20. This is a top 5 defense in the Denver Broncos. They didn't go to Jacksonville. The Jaguars went to Denver and did that to them. And so I know Ken was talking about Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars too. Can we spend just a small amount of time on these Jaguars and what we think about them as of late? Because they just beat the Broncos, who were at the top. I believe they still have the 1 seed, but they were at the 1 seed and they won 34-20.
Sleeper, man. Jacksonville's a sleeper. They got talent. I love Parker Washington, Brian Thomas, the tight end Strange. They got ETN. They got a good team. Their defense playing good. They playing with a chip on their shoulder too. Man, I don't know how they would do like in January going like to a cold weather team like maybe New England or maybe going back to Denver or something like that. I want to see how they do outside. I mean, I know they just played in Denver, and Denver ain't the nicest weather, but just want to see them in the playoffs. I know they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, they was out to play. They had top 5 pick this past year, but I want to see them in the play. I want to see Trevor Lawrence. I'm still not all in on him yet, but he's been coming on the last couple of weeks, man. So I like this Jaguar young team. They playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Can I add something? I believe something switched when Jacoby Myers got traded to that.
Yeah, I forgot about Myers. Yeah. Yep.
There's something that switched literally when Jacoby Myers got traded over there. But go ahead. What are your thoughts on the Jags?
I think the biggest thing for Jacksonville is that they stay efficient. I think that's like the biggest thing, especially down like the red zone and the third downs. I think they are super efficient in that. And I think that helps out a lot. I also think that during this game, I believe Bo Nix threw an interception and he couldn't just rally his team around it. Like, I feel like that was the momentum grabber that kind of just like they couldn't come back from that.
Yeah, can I give a hot take? My hot take is that I don't think that Denver is as hot as people think they are, even though something with Sean Payne as coach and Bo Nix, I just don't think that they gelling. Like there's games that we have seen. They had a 3-game win streak in the 4th quarter that they pulled out. One of them against us that we've seen.
The Commanders.
Yeah, and the Commanders, and it just for some reason they not gelling for some odd reason.
Yeah, they've been flirting with losing the game the last month or so. I mean, The Commanders took them to overtime. The Raiders almost beat them on Thursday Night Football. It's a couple more games they just been flirting with losing them. So sometimes when you on a streak like that, it's good to take a loss like that. The kind of refocus and stuff like that.
Denver has been playing like that all year, though. When you think about it, when do they get hot? In the 4th quarter, which means that they've been losing up until that point. So really, it's just really it coming to bite them. You can't play like that when it comes to the postseason. So hopefully they can kind of clean that up, because if you wait to the 4th quarter in the playoffs, you're probably gonna lose.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on. Falcons beat the Cardinals 26-19. Texans are rolling still. 23-21 against the Raiders. That's a team to watch out for. That defense has been playing raw, and they can pull some upsets. They have experience in the playoffs. That's a team that I believe you should watch out for too. I believe they're the 7th seed, and so that's
next on Saturday, I believe.
They could pull up. Yeah, they could pull upsets coming up. Well, we also got the Steelers beating the Lions 29-24. We got your Patriots beating the Ravens 28-24. You want to spend a little time explaining how that game all played out? Even Lamar, they sat. What was interesting to me is number one, Lamar gets hurt, but number two, Derrick Henry gets benched or sat when he was dominating the game. Help me understand what was going on in that game, and that wasn't the best. I think that you probably say Drake has played.
No, but I mean, he finished great. I mean, Drake made just doing Drake made things, man. That's all I got to say. But he finished great. I mean, 31 of 44, first 300-yard game, he had 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, had the pick, had a bad fumble. But I mean, just Drake May being Drake May, man. That's all, man. I'm gonna keep it short and simple.
I think it was clear. Obviously, Harbaugh was playing against Henry in fantasy,
Yeah.
and he didn't want he just couldn't afford to put him in the fourth quarter and take him over the top because, like you said, Henry was hot all game. I mean, he had the bad fumble, but he rebounded from that, and they, oddly enough, and this is my beef with a lot of teams around the league, but once Lamar went down, they actually started to run the ball and use Henry like they were supposed to, and it was working. Just as soon as the fourth quarter hit, they put in Keaton Mitchell, and just it never really panned out from then on.
And speaking of pass rush, Baltimore need to get a pass rush too. Drake May had all day in the pocket, for most part. Until second half, they started heating up a little bit, but Lamar got hurt and Henry fumbled. They didn't have nothing to do with Drake May cooking that secondary up the second half though. They had nothing to do with it.
So to your point, DP, you had Derrick Henry only 18 carries. He had 128 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. When they put in, he had half of that. He had 9, and he only had 13 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I just printed out the email from the NFL. You know, here's the NFL script right here. Sit King Henry, Steelers win division. See things to do right there. That's exactly what's going on.
That's what's going to happen.
You're here first.
Well, damn, you heard it here first. Media on the ugly Twitter. Well, we're finishing it off on Monday Night Football. We got the 49ers 48-27. It was a hell of a game for Phillip Rivers. I mean, being that old and being able to play the way that he played. But I mean, it was just a little bit.
10 mouths to feed. Insurance.
Yeah, he was 23 for 35, 277 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns, and then that critical interception that he had. But then you look on the other side, you had Brock Purdy. He was 25 for 34, 295 yards. He had 5 touchdowns and an interception. That was a hell of a game by him and his staff. It just seems like that West Coast system. You know, that West Coast system is nothing to play with. Plug and play system, man, and you just gotta run the table with it. But that's all we got for week 16. Let's move into 17. I'm just rally off. I'm just gonna say it as fast as I can, like I'm wrapping presents. And you guys tell me what game sticks out to you, who you're most excited to watch in this coming up week and why. In the chat, tell me as well what team. Real quick too. Visit us at www.sportsloungemedia.com to see all your greatest content right here on Sports Lounge Media. We have some great things that are coming your way very, very soon. Go visit us there again at www.sportsloungemedia.com. And don't forget that we are powered by the Mogul brand and the Diamond Collection. You can visit them at www.poweredbytmb.com and type in those promo codes to get 20% off. We're going to start with on Saturday, or wait a minute. Don't we have
Christmas Day?
Yeah, Christmas Day games.
Yeah, but those games don't count.
Not just NBA.
Christmas Day don't
They're
count.
going to be a snooze
Oh,
fest.
Christmas Day counts, but those games, the lineup sucks because of
Santa will be-
injuries.
Yeah, so Christmas Day, we start with the Cowboys at Commanders. We start that game at 10 a.m. PST. And then we got Lions and Vikings, and then we got
Bears. Oh my.
and then we got Broncos and Chiefs. So I'll probably be watching basketball, but y'all can watch football. And those are the games we're gonna be playing on Christmas. And then on Saturday, we have the Texans at the Chargers. Hell of a game. We got Ravens at Packers. Packers need to win that game. And then on Sunday, we got the Eagles at Buffalo. Eagles need to win that game. We got Steelers at Browns. Steelers need to win that game to win division. We got Patriots at Jets. They probably gonna sit their players. And then we got Saints at the Titans. Titans should lose that game so they can get a higher pick. We have Jaguars at Indianapolis. Jaguars again playing for division. Buccaneers can't afford to lose another game, but they play against the Dolphins, who's been spotty. They might win, they may not. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you got Buccaneers at Miami. You got Seahawks playing against the Panthers, and if the Panthers can beat the Seahawks, that's a wrap. No pun intended. And then you got Cardinals at Bengals. You got Giants at Raiders. Nobody cares. And then you got Bears at the 49ers for the night game. That's a hell of a game, right? There's a lot of implications that go on with that game. Again, 49ers need to win out to get the number one spot. Bears need to win or enough for them to keep that 2 spot. So a lot is going to go on. They both are 11-4, by the way. So that's going to be right there in NBC on Peacock Sunday night. We got our Monday night game, Rams against Falcons. I believe Puka Nacua is not going to be playing either. So you won't have no Puka Nacua or due to his suspension and $250,000 fine. So I believe he's out. And so that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's the Falcons they're playing against. But yeah, we're gonna see what they look like without their 2-star receivers and their second quarterback, because he has quarterback stats, Puka Nacua. What game sticks out to y'all? What you most excited about? Put it in the chat below. Let's start from KD and move to Sam Cassell. Let's go, Ken.
I'm gonna say Eagles Bills. I want to see that game on Sunday. Eagles beat Buffalo. I'm gonna be a big Eagle fan on Sunday. They beat Buffalo. And we beat.
Wait. Repeat that again.
So I'm gonna be a big fan on Sunday. If Philly beats Buffalo and we beat the Jets, we get the AFC East. And we can sit out. We can sit out.
Who are you gonna be a fan of? I want to know.
The Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. On Sunday, I am. I just need y'all to beat Buffalo. That's it. That's
it. You done with us?
Huh?
That's it. You just done with us after that?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, I'll be done with y'all after that. But Eagles, yeah. Eagles beat Buffalo. We have not business get the Jets. We win AFC East.
He using us as a one-night stand.
Hey, just throw you out the streets, back to the streets.
I'll take it.
So real quick. So we have our fantasy guru Marshall. You know, where did we hear? So Puka has not been official. He has not been suspended. He has been fined. He has not been suspended. But we have seen Perryman and Metcalf both are receiving suspensions for this next week.
Okay. We're gonna have to dig deeper into that because there was some Semitic comments that he did make, and also a gesture on that. There was he must have got himself out of it then, because as far as I know, there was a suspension coming from Adam. But carry on.
So, but I'm gonna say this, Ken, you're going for Eagles and the Bills. I'm going for Bills. Bills, baby. I'm gonna do just like Jason Kelsey and be like, join the Bills Mafia, jump through the table, set it on fire. Let's jump through the table.
Nah, Philly got that.
What are we talking about here? How did we get here?
Bills and Eagles.
Oh, you're
this
going
weekend. Jason Kelsey went to the Bills game and actually joined Bills Mafia to jump through the table. Dude, where you been at, man? Haven't you watched Tiwa Sarai?
No.
She sit there talks about it on Fridays. Come on, where you at?
He didn't join the mafia. He jumped through a table. He joined the mafia.
Well,
He's joining the mafia. He
Get
joined
the
the Bills
table.
Mafia. He said,
Hey,
"Get
hey.
the table, set it on fire." Went right through it. Therefore, he joined the Bills Mafia. Come on now.
We ain't going that far, but go ahead. What do we got? What do you got, DP?
I will be hate watching the Seahawks in Carolina. So obviously in that
Hate
one,
watching.
the Seahawks have the 1 seed at 12-3, and we need them to lose out to have a small chance at a 1 seed. So go Carolina.
All right, Sam Cassell.
Well, I still am watching my Chargers be the Texans, hopefully. Be rare against the Broncos when it comes for a division. I want the Broncos to lose their game because we're still fighting for that top seed when it comes to division. Either we're losing Perryman, we still got Amari Hampton, we still got Doc Oren in. We still got a lot of players in that are going to be there to help us out. And I got a one-armed dog as a quarterback, so we good.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, and then it's gonna go me to Sarai. I'm gonna go with the Bears and the Niners. I need the Bears to lose. I want the 2 seed. DP wants the 1 seed. I want the 2 seed. We need the Bears to lose, man. In a big way. So hopefully 49ers take care of business at home in Levi Stadium, and we can move to that 2 seed. I don't want the 1 seed. Go ahead.
Hopefully they play better defense than they did last night.
True.
So hopefully I can get service while I'm in the mountains snowboarding. But I do want to see Eagles
Okay,
versus
Shaun White.
Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a ski lift, but if anybody wants to,
So next week might have to skip over me because I probably won't be watching too much football this weekend. But yeah, I want to see Eagles versus Bills because I feel like that's going to be the preview to the Super Bowl. So grab your popcorn and watch the two best teams going to the Super Bowl.
it's interesting you said that because on Perryman, and I'm not endorsing or say we sponsored by, but with Perryman Pick'ems, when you go in there and you have it all set up and you pick your teams, right? The teams that are going to win or lose. For some odd reason, as many times as I have picked and switched them around, it always leads back to the Bills and the Eagles for some odd reason. And not to be biased or anything. I mean, we could lose, and if we do lose, then it'll be, either Seattle or the Rams. But for some reason, when you go up in there and you pick them and you see it's hard to win in the link. In Seattle, like you guys talk about, Sam Darnold does what Sam Darnold does. He can lose that 1 seed. Everything goes to the link. That's why I want the 2 seed. It could be tough on the NFC side and the AFC side. All those teams are the only team that is the most experienced is the Bills. And to turn it up, and the fact that we can't sit here and say the Bills have nobody to go up against now. You don't got Joey B anymore to go up against. He doesn't have to worry about him. He doesn't have to worry about Patty Mahomes. He doesn't have to worry about Lamar Jackson. You don't have to worry about a lot of them teams.
They'll still find a way to lose.
I get it.
Got a lot of dark horses he got to go up against.
Yeah.
Josh Allen loves favorable.
Again, see the NFL scripts right there, guys. Bills versus Eagles in the Super Bowl in San Francisco. I mean, I got it right here. I got the script. Ask and you shall receive.
There's a lot of powder blue in that logo. I'm just saying.
One interesting thing about Buffalo, Josh Allen hasn't won a road game in the playoffs, so he can't really win on the road. So we'll see about that.
Yeah,
Well,
and I know
it's no Mahomes either.
Yeah, go ahead. What'd you say to me?
I was saying it's no Mahomes either. That was why he couldn't win a road game.
We'll see.
Yeah, I know you got some strong feelings on that. You're a Pats fan, as you should. But for me, I look at experience, right? I could be completely wrong. I'll stand in the paint. But for me, it's always experience. They just came back from the playoffs. I think that they have enough to make it happen. They don't have people that are in their way that were in their way last year. It's just not that road is going to be easy for them, but I think that just the way things are going to pan out. That's who I
It's
have.
looking like they might play Pittsburgh first round, right?
That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
Or Detroit. Yeah, I think Pittsburgh.
No, they're going to taking division, so they're not going to have to worry about that. But real quick, did you just say you would stand in the paint on that, Chosen? Don't you also have a show on Saturdays in the paint?
In the paint.
There. What time on Saturdays?
5 p.m. Come check it out. We're going to be talking about everything that has to do with basketball. Yeah. What do you got, Mark? What do you got? What's the game that you're going to be watching this week?
Man, obviously Eagles, Bills, Bears, Niners. For me, it's going to be curious to see what happens with Packers and Ravens. Because those are must wins. There's quite a few games. And even Lions and Vikings, because if Lions take an L, they're knocked out of the playoffs. So, bro, I mean, realistically, there's too many games to watch and not enough TVs. I need to get more TVs in my house. I need to start mounting them all together so I can just sit there and watch them all at the same time. That's what I need to do.
That computer and just.
I mean, I can do that with baseball, but I haven't been able to sit there and find the right thing. Of course, we've got primetime sports to be talking about all those the big primetime games with Christmas, correct?
Correct.
You gonna be on Christmas?
No, I actually won't be on Christmas. If there was some good games on, I would be.
Wah, wah, wah.
So you be on Saturday. You be on Saturday.
I think I'll be on Saturday for one of those games.
Probably
Like
Bears,
games.
Niners. No, when the Bears not. That's Sunday night football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bears.
I mean, you got
It's
Packers,
Chargers,
Ravens
Texans,
Saturday
yeah.
night. You got
Chargers,
Bears,
Texans.
Bills, Nine. I mean, we don't care about Chargers, Texans. That's
No, that's the biggest one on
We get
Saturday. Chargers,
division. Hey, what
Texans.
you mean you don't care? We get division. Lamar and Hampton.
Division one. Amara Hampton hasn't done anything.
He
Pay
has done
attention to Marshall
everything.
Show
What do
with
you mean?
fantasy.
Just
He ain't
came
done
back
nothing.
from
I
injury.
drafted that fool. He didn't do nothing for me.
He came back from injury.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
At the right
Exactly.
time. He came back now.
Them Texans can cause a problem in the playoffs, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So right now, how it sits on the AFC side, you got your New England Patriots.
They're gonna Texans.
You're gonna play it against the Texans. You got the Jaguars playing against the Chargers,
Please beat them.
and then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers playing against the Bills in Pittsburgh. In the NFC side, you got Bears and Packers. You got Eagles and Niners, and then you got Panthers and Rams.
Rams. And Seattle got to buy.
Hey, I'll take that Bears Packers game. I mean, in the playoffs, I wouldn't hate that. Just to remind everyone that the Bears still haven't beat the Packers this year. They might have taken the loss, but they haven't beat the Packers. The Packers beat the Packers this last week. That's for sure.
Hey, we need this clip. We need this clip quick, DP, right after. This is the first time he went for his team all season.
Hey, that might be true.
Man,
Hey, I gotta keep it real, man. That's the
We're in
problem. I'm not
disbelief
living
here.
in fantasy land. I'm looking at what they're lacking. They're lacking a lot. So
gotta
but looking
believe,
at
man.
it
You gotta
realistically,
believe.
no.
To your point, though, the Packers did blow that game.
They
It
beat
never should have
themselves.
got to overtime.
No, should have never got to overtime. Yeah, don't get me started on that game.
Packers sure do love overtime. That's all I gotta say.
They need to figure out something because they're depressing me.
I think the cheese is getting moldy.
Let's get to our power rankings. Let's get to our power rankings. Who do you have in your spot? We'll start with Mark, and we'll go all the way down to San Francisco. So, yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Man, number one. Well, actually, no, number five. We'll start at number five. Number five. Ugh, God, man, I haven't really looked at it completely. I got the Jaguars at number five. Okay. Jags at number five. Team that I said I would not put in my top five has made a point
The Niners?
show up. I got the Niners at 4.
Where's
Oh
Jonathan?
my god.
I've got the Niners at 4.
Oh my God.
I said that they would never be in my top 5 this year, but they made me a believer this last week with the way they've played, and they are coming into having the most difficult schedule to finish off the season. So even though they had the weakest schedule to start the year, but they're coming in strong at winning the right thing. So I do have the Niners at number 4. I got the Patriots at number 3. Okay. So I got the Patriots number 3. I've got Philadelphia at number 2. And
I
then
think
I
it's snowing
have
outside, y'all.
yep.
Let me
And
check my window.
then I have the
Been
the
raining.
other bird. I got
We've
the other bird at number 1 with Seattle.
Oh, he shot to the head, or they didn't put the Eagles in there.
They did.
I mean,
I
that's
got
why.
the too.
That's why it's been raining. It's been raining heavy where he lives. All right,
So-
Sarai, what you got?
So for my power rankings, number 5, I got the Jags. Number 4, I got the Ponies, the Broncos. I got number 3, I got the Patriots. I'm a Pats fan. I
Wow.
think Ken's been making me a little bit of a Pats fan
appreciate it,
this
Sarai.
season. Number 2, I got the the Rams, and then number 1, I got the Seahawks.
Are you looking at an old list? You got the Rams at number 2?
I mean, I
That's good.
do.
That's crazy.
Have you fallen off that ski lift already and you didn't realize it? You're just like you're thinking you're there at the snow, were you actually there this last weekend? And you fell off the lift and bumped your head. Like, is that what happened? To have
Y'all
the
thought
Rams
I was
number
crazy
2?
when I said the Chiefs weren't going to make the playoffs too.
We all said the Chiefs weren't going to make the playoffs. There was nothing crazy about that.
I got Seattle 1, Rams 2, Patriots 3, Denver 4, and I'm going Buffalo 5. I want to put Jacksonville in, but I just need to see. I need to see a little more from Jacksonville. I know they just beat Denver, but I want to see something else. Then I thought about putting the 49ers ahead of at 5, but I stuck with Buffalo.
Okay. DP?
But hold on. You thought about the Jags at number 5. I'm curious on this one. This is one of my things that, like, to get in my top 5 list. I'm just curious. Why not have them, considering they didn't just, as Mike said at the beginning of the show, they didn't just beat a team that they're supposed to BTA. They beat the number 1 team by 2 tutties.
Well, Denver was due for a loss, and then I looked at Jacksonville's schedule prior to Denver. They hadn't really played nobody, so I put that's what I did when I made my list. I put both of that together. I just need to see more from Jacksonville, and I still got a feeling Trevor Lawrence going to turn back into Trevor Lawrence from what we've seen the last year or so soon. So that's why I did that.
All right, respect.
It's the same thing we say about Sam Darnold.
Seattle's been playing good, man. They're consistent.
DP?
Let's see. Give me New England, Seattle, Buffalo, Jacksonville, and Philly. 1 to 5.
What order is this? 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
That's 1 to 5. I got New England at the top right now.
I wouldn't put us that high. I wouldn't put us right there. But I got us at 3.
Hey, why are we complaining over there? Why are we?
And I'm just being honest.
Yeah. No.
But I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, with this year right here, there are no true dominant teams, so it's really going to come down to who gets hot in the playoffs, honestly. So this
what
will
made you
change from week to week.
What made you put New England at 1? Is it the Baltimore win or?
I trust Drake May over Sam Darnold. I'm not sold on Darnold turning the corner on big games. I think that's probably the weak link in the Achilles heel of Seattle. Honestly, if they're gonna lose, it's probably gonna be because Sam Darnold threw for 4 interceptions.
And Mike Vrabel too. I take Patriots coaching over Seattle too.
Yeah, I mean, coaching is pretty solid there. Defense, special teams is good, but I just don't trust Sam.
That damn defense keeps them in games, man.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Philadelphia.
Let me add. Yep. Same thing with us. We ain't excluded from that. I mean, our defense has been hot lately. Anyway,
Marks with the daily reminders.
yeah, daily.
I mean, they did have how many Pro Bowlers on the defensive side? What was it, like 5 out of the 6?
Yeah, but it was weird. It was weird. We don't have time to go over that list, but no way Jalen Carter should have been a Pro Bowler this year.
And Jordan Davis played the best.
Or
Jurgens.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway,
but hey, if you want to crown him,
yeah. Okay, let me add some context to this. Dupree, remember, we're not saying Undertaker number 1, John Cena number 2 because he retired. We're not. This is strictly football. Who do you got? 1 through 5 or 5 through 1?
I'm put the Patriots at 1. I'll put the Bills at 2.
All right.
Did you say my Bills?
Yeah, those are the Bills. That's the
He said
Bills
my
at 2.
bill. I think he's talking about his electric bill or something. That's what he's got.
No, I'm talking about the Bills, but that is a bill that everybody gets hit with.
Hey, hold on. Listen. He got a smoke machine fixed. He got his smoke machine.
You hear that, do you?
American.
You hear that, do you?
I think you mean a smoke alarm.
Detector. I think he had a white person at his house recently.
No, I had a Mexican fix it, actually. I had a Mexican.
Now we gotta
So
add
right.
that sound.
I did though.
We gotta add that sound to the soundboard.
He was a fan.
And one more time because you said that.
and he is a friend. So anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
You're at 3, by the way. You're at number 3.
I'm at 3. Yes, 3. 3. I'm gonna put the Eagles there. 4. I'm gonna put my Chargers. I don't care. I believe in my team. My quarterback's a dog. The defense is doing what they need to do. And this may be Cali Max last year, so he's getting enough sacks. So hopefully we can bring it more in the playoffs. So I'm putting them there. And then last.
He did because he knows they don't belong there.
They do belong there. 2 times we appear in the playoffs. Come on now. Harbaugh.
Number 5.
5. I didn't see enough from the Jags, so I don't want to put them at 5. But I'm gonna put the Bears. The Bears have shown a lot.
Okay.
This year. They came back and Caleb has actually shown that he can play this year.
Give me the buzzer. Give me the buzzer.
Don't hit it.
What?
Hey,
You
Hey,
said
Anybody's
you said
game
Mark
this
cuss
year. It
word.
is anybody's game this year.
this year's Bears reminds me
Everybody that
of
we thought wasn't going to win is winning. The Jags are winning. The Panthers are in here. Like, what? The Patriots are back. They haven't been back in a while, but now Derek May is doing everything he can to put them back in a playoff picture. Maybe the Super Bowl. Who knows?
I just
That's
feel like
the-
every team seems beatable, and I feel like every time we feel like there's a dominant team, another one emerges. We're like, oh, like where are they coming from? Like they either get pieces back or they
all
dominate.
the things that messed them up are there. Every team that messed them up is gone, so they have a shot finally again.
the 25 Bears. The 25 Bears remind me of the 24 Commanders. It's the same team.
Well, I think better personnel than that Commanders team, though.
I guess I really mean like in the way that they're winning these close games, crazy things happen in these one score
The
games.
fans are emerging.
At 2, yeah. It's a lot of
Bear
similarities.
down, bear down.
Now all of a sudden you got people with the game.
Oh, I think that's your mama. She said, I guess I can go for the Eagles now. Yeah, it's been a long
There you go.
time. Yeah, boys.
She's a sad, disappointed Cowboys fan.
Sure.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Just say birds at 2 more gut hit.
Oh, dang. We got
Junkie said Mark has been saved. Because we thought for sure you were a Lions fan at first.
Eagles.
Trevor Lawrence over here being sunshine.
Wait till I guess you made it purple.
oh
What's
yeah.
going on, delusional pages fan?
That one was a weird one.
I'm
too.
with that. He shouldn't have made it to the Pro Bowl either. He ain't
I'll
really
go
doing it this year.
Yeah. I'll go through mine real quick. I got number 1, the Seahawks. Number 2, Denver. I got number 3, the Pats. Number 4, the Chargers, and number 5, the Jags.
Appreciate you.
Real quick, curious. Why do you have Denver at number 2 after a big loss?
Because they lost to a potential division winner. Jags made it to 5 because of that win. They moved up, and I had Denver at number 1, and because of that loss, I moved them down 1, and then put the Seahawks up 1 because they beat the Rams, and then I dropped the Rams off because they've been losing.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we got. Last but not least, what was your favorite childhood present? Give me your favorite childhood present, and we'll end the show at that. On that, let's start with Dupree. He always got interesting presents.
Well,
It was the WWE ring he got as a kid.
I didn't get a ring as a kid. Nah, my Sega Genesis was my favorite Christmas present, and it was the Lion King box one. Actually, it had the whole Lion King all over design of it, and Lion King was the first game in it.
You said the Lion King?
Mm-hmm. I got the Lion King version of the Sega Genesis for Christmas.
Explains a lot. Explains a lot.
What?
Leave him alone. Dupree's just a big kid at heart.
Hey, go on now.
EP?
Windows 64. And the first game on that I remember playing was Diddy Kong Racing. No Diddy. Played that game all night.
Love that game. That's a good game too. Yeah, no deal.
Yeah, favorite childhood present.
Did it come with the baby oil too?
No, that was so separate.
So sad.
Nigga, PlayStation.
No pun intended.
Let's say a PlayStation.
PlayStation? Okay.
Yeah.
Sarai? You're gonna say some type of. Go ahead.
What am I gonna say? 'Cause you don't
It was
even
her
know.
hair. It was her hair straightener she got at 12.
No, so
She gonna
I'm
say-
gonna age myself with this, but I will never forget waking up
she
to
gonna say
knowing that Santa had
protein.
left me a pretty pink bike with the streamers that came out, and it had the bell that you would like hold it and you had to pull it and it would go ring 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 ring. It's my favorite gift ever.
Did you have a
Knowing
basket?
that Santa heard my list or saw my list.
Did you have a basket in the front?
I did have a basket, and I had silver pegs for my friend to ride when I was driving the bike.
Nice.
Okay, Mark. Be careful on this one. Be careful.
Now, what's yours? What's yours?
Mine was also a Nintendo 64. I got 2 games. I got Mario Kart, and I also got Smash Bros.
Yeah.
But
No
the
Diddy.
story. Yeah. Hell yeah, that was a good one. I fucked it out. You got me, man. You got me in 4K, bro. No, the story behind it was that at that particular time in my life was probably the most not tragic, but we didn't have much money, right? We were on government assistance. My grandma will walk to her job, walk home from her job. What I would do on Sundays is I'll go to church, and after church, go to my friend's house, who live 30 minutes from my hometown, just to go play the Nintendo 64. So my expectations wasn't to get a Nintendo 64, but my grandma worked really, really hard, saved up all the whole entire year. So that's what made it even more special, is because of that. That's the one that I remember because of that. I mean, later on, obviously, I got some other really cool presents, but that was the most memorable one for me because my grandma, she did everything she can to making sure that, I fit in with everybody else and all the rest of the kids that were blessed, lucky, and fortunate. Uh, so yeah, that's my backstory and why that was my best friend.
Junkie says my favorite gift was my Randall Cunningham jersey. Actually, no, I do not have a Randall Cunningham jersey.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I have the Packers jersey of Reggie White along with the Tennessee one. I am working on getting the Eagles one, just because it's Reggie White.
Well, hot damn.
But I mean, after all, he is the Minister of Defense. But it's something that I have. And now I'm going to ask this question before I say mine. Obviously, Soraya, I hope you don't have the little pink bike still. I mean, if you're still riding that around, we need to get you a number for a therapist if you're riding that little pink bike around. How many of you all actually crashed it? Do any of you guys still have the Christmas gift?
I still have it, but I don't play with it anymore. I think my brother actually has it at his house.
Oh, so we haven't played. They don't count. They don't count because you don't have it. You don't have it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Certain things, no, my favorite gift is this right here. So it's kind of hard to see.
It was either one or two things.
Yeah,
Tennessee or baseball.
No, this right here is it's an autographed Nolan Ryan baseball. Nolan Ryan has been my favorite player since I was a kid. Even going back to having team pictures taken, and they used to make those little baseball cards with your team photo, and you've got to put your stats on the back for the season and everything like that. Mine always said favorite player was Nolan Ryan. And so for me, I was 8 years old, and I got the chance to go to a game, and he was supposed to pitch, but he did not get to pitch that game. But my grandfather did everything he could and managed to get me a Nolan Ryan autographed baseball, and it's something that does not matter. It sits right here next to my screen. No matter where I'm at, it's one of the things that I've cherished ever since I was a little kid. And Junkie, your dad was a smart man, wanted you to name you Nolan Ryan. I will say this. For those of you that don't know, I hope he wasn't going to name you what Nolan's real name was, because his real name was actually Lynn. But no, so mine's Nolan Ryan, my Nolan Ryan autographed baseball. And I keep it here as a keepsake for myself.
Cool.
Hawaii in the house. What's up, gang? What's up? Thank you for joining us on the show. Hey, real quick, Ken, on that PlayStation, were you playing Tony Hawk, or what were you playing?
Oh my gosh, Tony Hawk. I was a pro at that game.
I think I was playing WWE SmackDown or something like that.
There you go. Crash Bandicoot. Like that.
Wins. Where have you been?
What?
Yeah. Big wrestling fan coming up.
Who's your
hey,
Chris Jericho.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine was a Hardy boy.
Mine was the Undertaker.
Nice.
I loved it when he'd come up. Dum.
And The Rock. But anyway, Tony Hawk was the shit. Yeah, it was. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. But yeah, it was the shit. I was reading this comment, all right? I was reading this comment, dang it. Yeah. Tony Hawk was legit, though. Yeah, you guys put it in your chat. What was your guys' favorite? If you're on the replay, let us know what your favorite memorable present or your one you were most excited about when you was a kid. Also, real quick, don't forget to follow us at www.sportsloungemedia.com. But this is that time in the show where we let Sarai take it over.
Yeah. So this was our pet of the week. His name is Rudy, short for Rudolph. If you are ever in the need for a new best friend, you can always visit heartsandhouserescue.org. They are a nonprofit organization out here in Texas that help with any abandoned dog or any stray that is found on the streets. You can always visit their website under the tab Adopt, and you can see all the available dogs and cats. Like I mentioned, they are a nonprofit. If you're looking at making a donation, it is tax deductible as well. All the pets have Amazon wish lists, and so if you feel like being Santa this year, you can always fulfill one of those wish lists. But yeah, visit the website. You can always scan the QR code as well. That'll take you straight to the website.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. And also, you guys know where to visit us at with our QR code as well. If you want to scan that QR code, you can go ahead and scan it right now. It is right there for you guys, and you can visit us there. A lot of great things that are happening within the Sports Lounge Media Group, and we are looking to take over the streaming channels as of late. So super excited about that. But follow us more there. Also, tell your friends about us. So go subscribe. We got goals to hit. You could tell 3 family members or friends, people that you love and care about, to subscribe to us. We would greatly appreciate that. With that being said, I have one more question for the whole panel. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming into the end of the season.
Real quick, before you get to that question, hold that. So it just came across the board that Steelers wide receiver has been suspended for not one but 2 games with a $555,000 forfeiture of his salary. Plus, it's also going to void $45 million in future guaranteed money because of missing these last 2 games.
Jesus.
Man. So on to you, Mike. I'm sorry. I just wanted to drop that real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. We're talking about Metcalf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. DK.
Damn.
He just lost $46 million because of that punch.
Oops.
Dang, look at what I see here. You get baited in with these fans, man. You gotta learn to let it go. Let somebody
And
else.
it wasn't an Eagles fan this time in the news.
But anyways, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, getting down to the end of the season. As you can tell, we're going straight into playoffs in the next few weeks here. I would love to hear this. This probably be one of the last times you'll see us all together, other than the Super Bowl. But real quick, before we get there, who do you guys have? You get give me 2 picks that you have that are going to the Super Bowl. Two matchups. You got a matchup that you like. Yeah, I think this is going. Then you have like an upset match. Oh, if they don't make it, they gonna make it. What is yours? Who do you guys got going?
Bills, Eagles, or
One.
Patriots
Clip that.
and Niners.
I'm standing on my first prediction at the beginning of the season. I say Bills Mafia and the Bird Gang.
Yeah, but what's the second one? What's the one that we all know the Bills.
If
We've
we
already
do
seen
not
the NFL
go,
script.
If we do not go, I would love to see the Seahawks, my team, my West Coast team,
Oh my God! Here we go.
and the Pats for Ken. Seahawks and Pats.
For Ken. Oh dang. Okay. Here we.
I'm gonna go. I go Patriots Rams. That's who I think is gonna be the Patriots Rams round 3. It's gonna be the 3rd time. Hopefully we get them the 3rd time. But if we don't make it, I'd like to see the Texans and the Texans and the Rams. I would like to see that defense going up against the Rams offense.
DP's in a. I didn't even. Everybody take a quick look at DP's background though, man. Come on, he comes with the heat with the background.
Being festive.
Man, he
I
look
was
like
about to ask if it's snowing on the East Coast over there.
hey, low key. That's
No.
you in the workshop right now with Santa.
Yeah, I am. I got a table full of gifts. Got my Scotch tape over there. Got my Amazon packages over there.
You
But
actually wrapped? Yes, I just put them in a bag.
Oh, Santa got Prime.
yeah, we got a little bit of everything going on. But y'all took my favorite matchup. So let's go Denver Rams. That would be an interesting one. I wouldn't mind seeing that defense of Denver going up against the Rams. Yeah, the Rams offense. But obviously, first pick would have been Eagles, Bills.
Okay. Dupree.
I say Eagles Bills because I feel like Josh can finally actually get there. Done this 4 times
Maybe.
and lost all 4 times. So it's about time to finally get there. And you guys already have experience getting there and winning
The Bills
mostly already.
the Bills made it to the AFC Championship last year, right?
Yeah,
Or
they
has it
always
been?
make it.
Yeah,
They went to AFC Championship last year.
Okay.
yeah,
So they've been knocking.
yeah. They've been knocking at it a lot. And if that doesn't happen, I'm still
They
gonna
may
say
never
it.
No.
Chargers Niners 94. Back again. Chargers Niners 94. Back again. But we win this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Eagles and Bills for me. And then if not them, I would love to see. Let me see here. Let's do Pats and let's do Bears for just to piss off Mark a little bit.
Bears ain't going anywhere.
I don't know. I
Hey,
think
win.
I think-
They're winning these last few games. We'll see. Hey,
Well,
it's
that's all-
anybody's game this year.
Yeah.
it's anybody that it's gonna be an interesting time. In this playoffs, you really don't have anybody where you can conclusively say this team is actually going to make it. They actually got to battle it out and actually have to play. So it's going to be interesting, and the implications too is a big factor in these next 2 weeks. So we really don't know where all these teams are going to sit until probably this week or next to secure it. So that's going to be interesting as well to see who they play against, who's going to who's home for the playoffs. So a lot is going into that. Again, visit us at www.sportslodgemedia.com. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim Pat Talk, DP, and Sam Cassell on this Christmas Eve special Ugly Sweater show. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us. That's it from us. And Marcus, Soraya, myself, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Feliz Navidad.